Hey, it's good to see you again. Well, we got ourselves a pretty big canvas today, don't we? Yep. And I got titanium white all over it. I thinned it out with some linseed oil, and it's all wet. It's ready to be painted on, and whew, we've got a lot ahead of us, so let's get started. Well, why don't we go ahead and, well, this is going to be kind of a different picture today, so why don't we go in and take some of our dark mix here. We're going to do something a little different. We're going to take, I'm going to take my big old knife here. I got a big old knife. I got a big knife. It's got two edges, a big edge and a small edge. Now with this knife here, I'm going to take some of that ultramarine right there. While I get started here, all the names of the colors are going to be running across the screen so you know what I'm using. Go ahead and grab yourself a drink. We're in for a big one today. Then I'm going to get some of my alizarin crimson right here, and then a little bit of that phthalo green right over here. Yeah, I like to use this mix just to paint all kinds of things. You can do all sorts of wonderful things with this mix. We're going to paint another figure today. We're not going to paint a portrait though. We're going to paint someone looking down over a running water, a little creek, yeah, stream. Yeah, that's what it is, stream. A view overlooking the stream. That's what I think I'm going to call it. That's some name, huh? Nah. The names of paintings don't have to be complicated. Some of the best paintings have really lame names. I don't know if you knew that. Well, we're gonna see how this goes because I'm painting over another old canvas, and boy, you know how it is with those. Those get real bumpy sometimes. Because, well, I should probably sand them down, but I don't do that quite so much. Okay. I'm looking for a little bit more of a violet color, so I'm gonna get some more of the ultramarine on this. And the alizarin crimson. I'm getting mostly alizarin crimson on this. There it goes. We only need a little bit of the phthalo green. Phthalo green is just there to kind of give it a little bit of a tint. Okay, I think I got. Just in case you need to see what this looks like, you can grab yourself a little bit of white, and just that little hint of white will tell you what the color there is. Because sometimes when you mix these together, well, often when you mix them together, you get a really dark color and it looks like black, just jet black. Okay. That looks pretty good, I'd say. Now let's go ahead, let's go ahead and take our, let's go ahead and take our big brush. I think I got that color. Yeah, we got that color. If we go in, we can just mix it a little bit more. So let's go ahead here and let's make some decisions. Now this water is going to be kind of running down over this way, so it's kind of going to be going from over yonder here. There. That's how it's going to go. Okay. And what I'm doing is I'm just kind of crisscrossing my strokes like this, but I'm doing it horizontally. I'm doing it horizontally because it's kind of imitating the movement of the water, right? Yeah, that's how I'm going to do it. I was wondering to myself how I was going to paint this today, and I decided, oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and get a little bit more of that ultramarine and the alizarin crimson right here. Yeah, get a lot of them. That's how we do it. That's good. We still got some of that phthalo green in there, so we don't have to worry too much about it. And in case you're wondering why we're painting this violet first, this is just the undercolor. It's just the undercolor. We're going to paint some colors on top of it that are going to make it a lot more interesting, I think. Okay? Alright. There it goes. Now, there's going to be just some more running water over this way. And once we finally get the shape of everything figured out, we're going to get it all done. Okay, we almost got this creek, the underlayer, the undercolor all completed there. We're going to go all the way down here. And don't be afraid to get over a little closer to some of these edges here. Because what's going to happen is, we're going to cover it with some stuff, but no one needs to know that quite yet. Yeah. If you accidentally get a little too much blue or a little too much, alizarin crimson as you're going along, don't worry about it. Yeah, let's go ahead and pretend there's going to be a little bit of mist up in here. We'll go ahead and insert some blue down here. Yeah, a little bit of blue like that. Ultramarine blue. And then we'll pretend that maybe there's going to be some lighter things coming in here. And we'll make the water darker over in here. Okay? There it goes. So now when we finally insert all the foamy bits, we can go ahead and do that without too much hassle. Okay. Okay. That was cool. That was cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's go over here, actually. Just get a little something over there. Okay. That's good. Now we can set that brush aside. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take my little knife and we're going to put it in action. Oop. We already got ourselves a hair on the paint. Well, you know what I call that? I call that the trials and tribulations of painting. It's one for the bingo card. I don't know if you've been watching long, but we got ourselves a little bit of a bingo card mentally. We don't actually have a bingo card. We just have a mental bingo card where we keep track of things and check them off as we go along whenever there's a list of things that have to happen each episode. Each one of these shows, funny things happen, like, you know, I get pain on myself, or else something gets hard and I hoot like an owl, or I get pain on my shirt. Well, I guess it is pain on myself, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Anyway, there's a nice list of things. One time I got paint in my hair. That was a new one. That happened this series. That was kind of funny. Well, sometimes it depends how funny it is. Sometimes when that sort of thing happens, it doesn't feel too funny when it does. So, but I still took it in stride. It was fun. All right. So I'm gonna add a little bit more of the yellow on this. Okay. I'm gonna add a little bit more of the yellow, a little bit more of the red, just a little bit more of the yellow. Okay, that's looking pretty good. And I'm gonna add some white here, just to sparkle it up a little bit. In case you ever want to brighten up a color a little bit of white will do you. Otherwise, you know, you try to do the best you can with just pure colors. But sometimes you just gotta get that extra bit of, you gotta get that extra bit of the white in there. Okay, that's about good. Let's go ahead and set that knife down. We actually got a lot of paint here. We got a lot of paint there. Look at all that paint. It's a lot of paint. Okay. You know what I like to do when I, you know, get myself in this kind of trouble, or painting big old things on big old canvases. We're gonna take some of this, get our fan brush and wipe it on both sides, and that way, now, what's gonna happen here? What's gonna happen? I don't know. Let's find out. Let's say there's gonna be some like water running over rocks over on this side here, and ooh yeah, ooh boy, that really is an exciting color, isn't it? Oh yeah. Oh, we're already having fun now, aren't we? Yeah, we are. Oh, look at that. Oh, that is fantastic. Oh, I am so happy right now. That looks so nice. Oh, that's better than I could have ever imagined. Okay. Let's go ahead now and, ooh, I think I'm gonna wipe just a little bit of that on the back on the palette there. Okay, we're gonna keep that around, but we're gonna wipe our knife off because I'm gonna need this knife again real shortly. We're not gonna clean off our fan brush yet because I think we're gonna need it again pretty soon. Okay, so let's go ahead and wipe this off. There it goes. And when you wipe it on your, when you wipe the palette knife on your paper towels like this, you want to be careful. You want to get all your edges cleaned off just in case, so you don't get any more paint than you mean to. Maybe you don't want to get another color in while you're mixing another color, or maybe you want to get a certain color again. I don't know. Here, let's take some of this. Let's take some of this ultramarine, and we'll take some of this. Ooh, we'll take some of that chrome yellow there, and we'll get ourselves a nice little color. We'll add a little bit of white to that because who knows? Maybe we'll want some of that. Now, a good rule when you're mixing colors is to always mix a little bit more color than you think you need here. I'm going to add a little bit of alizarin to that. And most of the time, you're not going to need any more than 3 colors in your mix. Ooh, I'm liking this. I'm liking this. Ooh, boy, that's an attractive mix. Here, let's add just a touch more of the yellow to it. I don't know why. I'm just feeling seized by inspiration right now. Okay. Now, I might need more paint than that later, but I already know what I have to do. Keep in mind what you use when you mix colors. Now, I got another fan brush here. You might not have a fan brush, or more than one fan brush. And if you don't, just stay calm. Clean off your other fan brush, the one fan brush you have, and you can go back in and use this color. Or if you don't have a fan brush at all, just use one of your brushes, one of your other brushes, like your filbert brush, or maybe even your round brush. There's no law that says you can't use, different brushes for different things. You can substitute a brush if you want. I don't know if you knew that, but you can. You're going to get a little bit of the medium on this. I'm just going to get a touch of the odorless turpentine. We don't use pure gum turpentine here. It's just too messy, too sticky, too smelly. Too much. Too much. Okay. Now with that color, now that I got that, now I'm going to go around the edges over here. Maybe I'll just go up in there too. Yeah. This is kind of like a mid-tone color that we're getting up in here. Yeah, look at that. Now I don't know that I want to blend it into the paint too much. I'm kind of just trying to lay it over, maybe create a few splashes here and there, like maybe up in, like up in there, and maybe up in here. I can get a little bit of it there. There it goes. We're kind of just simulating rocks at this point. We're simulating rocks. Rocks that are kind of having water just poured over them. You know what I mean? Yeah, just like that. Here. Now let's set this other brush aside because I have a feeling we're going to need it again real soon. Sooner than you think. Okay? I'm going to take... mine would take Phil. I was reaching for another brush, but you know what? We got Phil. Phil wants to join the party. Here, I'm just going to grab a little bit of this color and give that a little bit of something, something. Okay? Now over here, we're going to... Okay? And that's going to sneak down there. And that's going to sneak down there. There it goes. There. That looks nice. Ooh, don't mind that at all. That's real nice. Okay. Now we're gonna do the rest of this water right now. Let's go ahead and mix up a little bit more of this color. Here. I'm gonna clean off my little knife again. In fact, I'm gonna clean off my big knife too. We got knives to clean off, don't we? We got a lot of brushes going. The reason I got so many brushes going is so I don't have to stop quite as much. It makes paintings go a lot faster when you don't have to stop all the time. A little pro tip there: if you have lots of different stuff, lots of different brushes, you can use a brush at any time. You can, mix it with any old thing. Maybe you want to use a different brush than I do. I don't know. Maybe you want to use your filbert. Maybe you want to use one of your 1-inch. I don't know what you want to do. It's your painting, so you can do whatever you want. I keep telling you, this is how you could paint, not how you should paint. Okay? And I'm going to tear that off just to keep my paper towels clean. Because you know what? As you go along, you're going to have some paper towels that are going to get dirty, and you don't want to wipe your brushes on those because it's just going to get it all dirty again. What am I doing? I'm putting down my palette knife. Here, I need to get my palette knife out. We're going to mix up some more of this color here. We need some more of this brown color over here. So we'll get a little bit of that chrome yellow and some of that lizard crimson. Okay, we're going to need a lot of this actually. Yeah, we're going to need a lot of it. Okay, now you want a lot of chrome yellow on that. A lot of chrome yellow. This is going to be kind of an ochre-ish kind of color. Maybe a little bit more reddish. So if you get your lizard crimson going and it's starting to look a little bit more like a brown, like say right now, there. That turn it ever slightly toward brown. It just needs to be kind of an orange color. A bit of an orange color, kind of, harvesty fall type color. And then we'll just scoop it up a little bit of that white, just to get that all mixed up there. Boy, that is nice. Okay. Now imagine water. The water as it's flowing. Okay, and it's all transparent, right? So you're going to see a lot of those rocks underneath. So we're going to take this fan brush again, all right? And we're going to ignore the fact that it's got some dark color on it, because that's perfectly fine. We're going to take some more of that color. In fact, we might even get a little bit up here. Yeah, there it goes. Ooh, yeah, the color's kind of sparkling, isn't it? Well, most of the time you don't want to add too many dark colors as you're going in, because you want to maintain the integrity of that color, because this color down here is going to pick up a lot of stuff. All right. Let's focus now. Now, if we focus, we're going to start seeing lots and lots of little things like, over here we'll start finding all these croppings out here of these rocks and stuff, and maybe we'll go in here and just like that. We'll wipe it to the side there and turn it over, and we'll wipe it again over here. Oh, just let your imagination take hold here. Just imagine like maybe these are waves and they're kind of blending the view of the rocks here, and it's kind of hard to see what's happening with them. Yeah. You're picking up a lot of color as you're going in. Don't worry, it's creating that little green, and that little green is actually really useful. It creates that little green. Don't worry about it. Just go all the way up here, all the way. There, just like that. Okay. There. Okay. And down about here, we're going to have some waves that are coming in. Some of those crashing waves that you see in a stream all the time, where the water's getting all foamy and everything. Everything's changing a little bit and starting to look real interesting. Like, yeah, I know that feel. I look at water a lot. I'm fascinated by running water like that here. Let's get some. One of the fun things about painting like this is that when you're going in and you're painting all your little details, like over here, there it goes. You can just use this like a little bit like a palette knife, you know. Go in here and let that do its work, and then go over here and you can even curve the brush a little bit, and you know how it is. Drag it a little bit down here, and you know, create some things over here. And I don't know, maybe you wanna mix up a little bit more color using your big old knife. I'm gonna use my big old knife here, and alizarin crimson, and I don't know. Do I want something a little bit more red? Maybe I do. What if I do? Well, you still got all this color over here, and you got a lot of the dark color that's in there. Okay? So that's going to be real useful to you. That means you don't have to go over here and pull out any of these blues or greens. So you got a lot of flexibility. Lots of it. Okay? Let's go in here. Take some of that white. Look at that. We've already got a pretty earthy color going, don't we? But we can make that a little brighter. We can add a little bit of the yellow. A little bit of yellow, a little bit of red, okay? And we can decide pretty quickly how colorful we want these things to be. Like maybe we want this red color like this, right? So we'll go ahead and we'll take that color. We'll play around with it. Let's go right here, okay? Yeah, maybe we want a color like that. Who knows? Go ahead and play around with that. Maybe we want that. There it goes. It's just floating through the water. That's all it's doing. It's over here too. There. You got all kinds of things just happening over here. Yeah. There. Let this texture be modeled. Just let it happen. Like that. Okay. Like I say, you can make it just like a palette knife with the way you apply these things. You don't have to use a lot of different textures and pressure and all that, but boy, it sure does help. Okay. Ooh, we actually have a lot of paint on the knife. Now, you know what we can do? Here, we can speed this along by maybe taking a little bit of this, just going over here, and maybe, I don't know, maybe we want to take the knife there and spread that around a little bit, and yeah, we can use a combination of both the fan brush and the palette knife. Like maybe the palette knife is going right over there. Yeah, we're working over some textured canvas right there now, aren't we, guys? Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Ooh. Boy, I get so excited by these types of paintings because I never know what's going to happen next, and you know, all the texture just kind of lets itself go, and it's so much fun. It's so much fun like that. Okay. There it goes. Let's take a little bit of, ooh, I know. I know. We want to take a little bit of the, let's take some more of that yellow, because I got a feeling we're going to need it. Now, don't use all your yellow up. Don't use all your yellow up. You want to try to be a little judicious about what you put down, because you're going to need some more of that yellow eventually, because you got to paint some flesh tones and all that business. And you got to paint the rest of the picture too. So don't get too attached to all this. Don't get too attached. Here. What you do, you pull that, cut down, and you got a little roll of paint on the edge of your knife, okay? So now we can go up here and just like that. You know, we got some things going on there. And then over here we got a few things going on. Let's see, how many more things do we got going on, do you think? Maybe a little bit over here. Oh, yeah. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Okay. All right. What we can do. Maybe over here we pretend that maybe the rocks are going to be rising up right about in here. I don't know. I'm just looking around for things. Looking around. There it goes. Okay. We got that over there, and whew. Okay. We got all kinds of little things happening now, don't we? I know. I'm getting too excited sometimes. I don't want to leave that on the paper towel. I want to leave that on the palette, because that's our magic mix right there. That's our triad. If you don't know what a triad is, when we talk about art, it's just a mixture of 3 colors. In this case, the mixture that we've been using a lot is alizarin crimson, ultramarine blue, and chrome yellow. Those colors have been just an absolute treat for us. Now, what do we want here? Well, let me get that knife back. I know what we got to do. We got to get some more of this color here. How do we make it? Well, we take that blue and we add a little bit of the yellow and just a little bit of the red. And we added some white. And boom. Got ourselves a handsome color. That might have been a little bit dark, to be honest. But if it is, you just get a touch of the blue, and another touch of the yellow, the chrome yellow. Yeah, that's all there is to it. And then just a little bit more white. You know what I say, you always want to make things a little brighter than you think they should be, so it's okay if it looks pretty light when you add that white to it, okay? Now I pull it out, cut and get that roll of paint, and here we go. There it goes. We're getting it. All right. Now where else can we find any of that color out here? Well, we might be able to find it in here. And that's a good place for it. And you notice that kind of hits all those spots like that? There it goes. Alright, let's go ahead and get it down in here maybe. Ooh, yeah. Let's go back over here, maybe just touch a couple more places. Yeah, like that. Okay. Alright. And let's go ahead and pull that down. Let's take a little bit of the blue. Just got a feeling there's going to be more of a turquoisey color going down right about here. Hereabouts. I don't know. It's just one of those feelings I got. Where it feels like there's going to be a little bit more turquoise. Maybe we want to get some of that just in here too. Various places. Just to create some variation in what we're making. We'll put it right on the edge of some of this stuff. There it goes. Okay. Now we need to make some big decisions. Maybe over here. I don't know. Let's go ahead over here and I'm going to add a little bit of white to that just to brighten that up and see what we got. There it goes. Okay. There. Adding that little bit of white light like that is going to create a little bit of the violet color that we're going to use to go over into these rock formations here. Okay. Just like that. Okay. Alright. And you know what we can do? I think I'm going to set this knife down for right now, because I want to take my filbert real quick. I'm going to take my big old filbert. Call him Phil. We have a real casual relationship like that. I don't know if you know that. Sometimes the colors and I get along, and sometimes the brushes and I get along. And when we do get along, I like to call him by, you know, nicknames like "Hey Phil" and "Hey Roundy" and "Hey fanboy," something like that. Something like that. Here's glare's kind of getting in the way here. So let me take a good long look at this and see if I got all the colors rearranged the right way. Okay. And we'll imagine that maybe there's a shadow going over the water there. And maybe we'll take our brush here and mix up a little bit of the ultramarine and the alizarin crimson, and we'll just get a little bit of that and slap it down in there. Actually, let's get a little bit more of the alizarin crimson on that, so make it a little bit more reddish. There it goes. There it goes. Let's see here. Okay. That's good. That's good. That's good. All right, perfect. Let me go ahead and throw that back down on there. Meanwhile, let's maybe clean this off, because we might need it. Well, I can assure you we're going to need it. I have a grating at the bottom of my bucket here that I use to scrape all the paint off, and meanwhile it's being rinsed over this turpentine. And then I tap it, I wipe it on the side. Whoops. Bang myself against the easel. That's when that happens. That's one for the bingo card right there. I give this a little... I have to show the brusher's boss on the side there, because sometimes, you know, brushes, they got to mind their own. They think they own the whole painting. Well, that's why we're showing them who's boss, because sometimes you got to let them know. Otherwise, they're going to start thinking they know everything. Okay, let's take a little bit of that alizarin crimson, and maybe a little bit of the ultramarine there with some of that color that we've been mixing. And now you can take that. I think we got it. And now, there it goes. Okay. Okay. There it goes. There it goes. Now we'll take some of that. Take some of that yellow. We'll make things a little lighter. We'll add a little white to this. Why not? We'll add a little bit of white just to brighten that up. Okay. And okay. That's good. That's about good. Now we'll go over here. Maybe we'll do the same thing. Right about. Whoops. I meant that to go on a little easier. That didn't go on so easy at all. Here. If it doesn't go on easy, go ahead and use a little bit of the odorless turpentine and get that color on your brush. It'll loosen it up a little bit so we can go. Okay, just like that. Just like that. Maybe we'll take another one right there, and I don't know, maybe one right over here, and one right there too. Yeah, we got them all over the place, don't we? Well, maybe not all over the place, but we got enough of them. There. Yeah, it's looking real handsome. Here, we'll take another one over this way, another one, just like that. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Okay. We'll put one right there. Why not? Yeah. Yeah, we'll just add a little bit. We'll add a little bit for flavor right there. Rinse the brush off. And show it who's boss. And I'll just wipe it on the paper towel. You don't have to get it all the way clean because sometimes it's just nice to have these colors on your brush. A lot of the time, we'll get a little bit of the alizarin crimson and the ultramarine here. Okay, add a little bit of that white there. Now I want this to be kind of a dark-ish color. All right. Let's go in here. They're right next to some of these colors that we're putting in. Maybe make it a little bit more blue. Yeah, imagine it's going to be a little bit more blue near there. Ooh, that's going to make that yellow pop too, because, you know, I don't know if you know, but blue is the visual complement of yellow. So when you have a yellow color next to a blue color, it really tends to make things pop a little bit more, okay? You want to keep it pretty violet, though. Keep it pretty violet. I'm getting too blue. Okay. Alright, so we got this, and we're going to go right in here. There it goes. Okay. Get a little bit more of the ultramarine, not the ultramarine, but the alizarin crimson there. Maybe add a little bit of white. And a little bit of white. It's the tiniest amount of white. Well, we'll add double the amount of white, because you know what I say. I like to make things a little bit more. Use a little bit more than we think we should. That way we always use enough. Okay. Alright, I think we got it right about here. Cool. There it goes. Now, let me take, ooh, let's take some of this color over here with the ultramarine and the phthalo green here. I'm going to pull it out into this white color. I'm going to pull this white color into it, actually. Okay. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go up into here, and I'm going to scrub like this is a cloud, alright? There. And when I need more color, I'll come back down. Now remember, we're scrubbing all over the place like this is a cloud because, you know, the water is getting kind of misty and it's going all over. There it goes. It's going. Okay, we got this. We got this. All right. And come back in and, oh, look at that. Look at all that. Oh my goodness. Just so much water, right? So much of that running water there. Here, let's go in here and it's just getting a little bit of that in there, and then we'll get a little bit of it in here. Okay. There it goes. And we'll just throw down some little things like that. And this. Okay. Hey, things are looking pretty good here, I'd say. There it goes. Now, let's go ahead and set this brush down, because we don't need it right now. Instead, we're going to grab a little bit of the white and pull that down. I know. This is how we're going to do it. We only need a little bit of white to get what we need done. Okay. And now we're just going to, we're going to highlight this, all right? There it goes. Okay. Isn't that looking like just running water getting all over the place there? Isn't that looking wild? Okay. Alright. Okay. There it goes. And then we might as well get down in here too, because we need to get some stuff down there. There. Okay. There it goes. There it goes. Well, that's looking mighty handsome, I'd say. There it goes. Alright. Okay. Okay, with that, let's go ahead and rinse off this brush, because I have a feeling we're going to need it soon. A lot of paint on there, so it might take a little doing to get it all clean. Okay, got that clean. Now let's show it who's boss. It never gets old. Never does, I swear. Okay. Oh boy, we might want to go ahead and clean off Phil over here too, because Phil's getting a little dirty. Plus he's right on my table here, so I don't want to brush up against him. Have I brushed up against him? I don't think so yet. Thank goodness. Phil, you're dirty. You gotta clean her off, bud. Hey, yeah, he's doing great for now. He's about ready to dance. Oh, look at all that water flowing. This is gonna be some picture, huh? Oh, I got a feeling about it. I got a feeling about it, but I don't know yet. I don't know. I got a good feeling, not a bad feeling. Boy, it'd be something if I already had a bad feeling about my picture. One's not even done yet. Here, let's go in here and let's clean off some of that stuff. Just wipe some of that excess over there. Okay. All right. Now we'll take some of the ultramarine and the alizarin crimson, and we'll combine that all together, and we'll add a little bit of that phthalo green for taste. But this is going to be one of those pictures where we're going to use a lot of alizarin crimson. Okay. You know what? We're going to want to mix up a lot more paint than we think we need. Doesn't matter if you already have some of that white in there, because that white doesn't matter that much. It's going to get lost in all of those colors. Plus, it's nice because it's going to be able to tell you what color you actually have. So, as long as you got a violet color, or a reddish violet color, you're doing okay. You might want to occasionally go into the phthalo green and get a little bit more, but not too much here. Hey, we got lots of paint there. Ooh, boy, we got so much paint, more paint than we know what to do with. Here, let's go in now and we're gonna scratch in these things. This is how we paint rocks. This is the easy way to paint rocks right here. This is how we're gonna do it. Okay. We're just gonna go in. We're gonna go in, and then we're gonna smooth it out with a brush. Of course, first we gotta get all this color on. We gotta get this dark color on canvas. All right. Which at first appearance is easier said than done, I know. Okay, we'll bring this right over to about here. What this is going to be a pretty large outcropping of rocks. It goes all the way over here. And comes down this way. Okay. We're actually going to have some grass up in here too. And we're going to have a person too. If you've got some texture on your canvas, keeping it from getting a lot of paint smeared on there, don't let it worry you too much, because that's what we got the that's what we got our brushes for, to help us smooth out a few of the rough areas, right? Right. Okay. That little crack is gonna go right there. Okay. Okay, we got all that. We got all that. Let me get just a little bit more of that color that we were using. And I'm gonna get it down here. Okay. Ow. Let's go ahead and take that little brush. Let's take that little brush again, okay? And this is where the magic happens. This is where everything kind of falls into place, so to speak, is when when making rocks like this, is when we finally start smoothing things out and using this dark color. And what we're doing is we're more or less just creating a silhouette. We're both covering areas that haven't really been covered yet, and then we're also going in and taking off a lot of the excess paint, because there's a lot of excess paint when you do this kind of thing. And don't let it worry you. Don't let it worry you if you think that, oh boy, I got myself too much shadow color. No, you don't have too much shadow color. You're fine. Here. There it goes. Okay. Right up in there. Right up in there. There it goes. And we'll go down here too. If we want to insert some more of this dark mix later, we can. But that's just taking care of business down there. Because we're going to add a lot of grass down there later. Okay. Okay. That's really all there is to that. Now, let's go ahead and clear that off. Use our paper towels right here. Get a lot of that paint there off. Got our work cut out for us today, don't we? Yeah, we do. A little bit, but we're rolling with it. Everything's fine. Okay. Now let's go ahead and we'll take some of this. We'll take some of that dark mix and we'll go over in here. Okay. Because I got a good feeling. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and make kind of a violet mix. We'll take a little bit of the ultramarine, but we'll take a lot of that white, okay? Take a lot of the white there. Shift it toward the crimson. Shift it toward the crimson, okay? Yeah, that's about the violet we're looking for, okay? Take some over to here, and I'll take some of the chrome yellow here. I'll get a little bit more red. Ooh, I think we got just about the right tone here. There it goes. There it goes. Yeah, that's what we're looking for, kind of that reddish brown. That reddish brown color. There it goes. Add a little bit more than you think you need, as always. Okay. Okay. Oops. Now, let's go down in here and we'll just let these rocks happen. Yeah, you know how it is. Look for all those little rock formations. Decide where they're going to happen. Maybe one happens right there. I don't know. If one does, maybe another one happens here. Just drag your knife across and let these things happen. It's almost like the canvas will decide for you where all the rocks are going to be, right? let's take a little bit more of that. Add a little bit more of the crimson. With some of that chrome yellow color. We'll add a little bit more of the white. And a little bit more white. And I think we're going to be most of the way to that original color. That's what happens if in case you ever run out of color. You can always mix it right back up. Okay. There it goes. And we'll go down in here and create a little bit more of that, and then go down here too. And then, I don't know, maybe some stuff right here. Maybe there's a rock right here happening. Yeah. Okay. And maybe another rock over here. It's kind of just happening. There's rocks everywhere. They're just kind of happening, right? Yeah, I know. I know. Rocks are like that. They kind of just happen. You're out in nature. Maybe if you're ever out painting outside, just look around at all the rocks and stuff and see what you can find. I bet you'll find just all kinds of weird little things that are just going on and no one really notices. But rocks are really, really random like that. Here. There this goes. Okay. Okay. There it goes. Throw a little bit more right in there. Okay. Got that going. That's looking nice. Here, let me get the paint off my hand. That might be another one for the bingo card, although that might count as just getting paint on myself. It just isn't an episode unless you get paint on your hands. I swear, one of these days, I'm going to get out of here without getting paint on my hands. It's a goal of mine. Mine. It's a goal of mine. I don't know if I'm ever going to reach it, but we can all aspire to some things, right? Right. Okay. We're probably pretty good on the rocks here. Okay. Now what I want to do is I want to take some of this dark color here and I'm going to lay in a tree. Okay. I'm just going to take a little bit of that color there with the alizarin crimson. I'm going to take the ultramarine blue with the chrome yellow and a little bit more of the alizarin crimson, just like this. And then take some of this color that we were using earlier, because we like to reuse mixing spots. You want to try to think of multiple spots on the palette where you can mix your colors, because a lot of times you're going to need space. This is really one of those times. Okay. Yeah, I think we got something here. We got something. Alright. Let me take old Phil here. Phil, the big old brush. And then we'll go right up here and just go down. Right to about here. Okay. And we'll give him a pretty wide trunk. We're looking for a pretty big tree trunk here. Okay. You know how tree trunks are. They're a little bit wider at the bottom than they are on top, so plan accordingly and make it accordingly. There it goes. There it goes. It's already good. There it goes. Nice work. We got ourselves a tree trunk. Okay. That's all there is to that. In fact, we could make it a little bigger if we really feel like it. Here. There. Well, that's a mighty tree trunk, huh? Yeah, that's looking pretty big. Alright. Okay. Very good, very good. Now let's take a little bit of the white. Go on top of this. Maybe add a little bit of the yellow. Alright. That's all we really have to do. And we can go on the side here. And imagine that we're kind of circling around the tree like this. And the texture kind of just happens. Yeah. There it goes. If you want to blend out the side a little bit, you can do that. There. There that goes. Okay. There. Looking great, looking great. Okay. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's go ahead now and well, actually we got a little bit of color left on this brush here, so let's go ahead and just throw this down in there. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's good. Let's throw that back in our triad mix right here. And let's wipe off this knife. I'm using fill a lot to complete these last bits, I think. I know, last bits. Doesn't seem like this painting's hardly started at all, huh? What do you mean last bits? Well, it might go a little faster than we think, or it might go a little slower. I don't know yet. I don't know. I really don't know yet. Here, let's take a lot of that color. And let's take some of the ultramarine, the alizarin, and the phthalo green. Well, that was more phthalo green than I bargained for, I think. Yeah, be careful with phthalo green. He's a bully. We gotta lay down this person here, because we got ourselves a person just kind of just staring out at things. She's real curious. She's just sitting here minding her own business and all that. And here, we'll paint her head like right here. Right up here. Okay. And maybe, I don't know. I don't know. We'll add a little bit of blue to this and a little bit more alizarin crimson. Yeah. I feel like there's going to be a lot of blue and alizarin crimson in there. Just a touch of the phthalo green, not too much, not too much. And let's find her figure here. Okay, she's got a little bit of a shoulder that's kind of creeping down this way, and then her arm is kind of going down here. She's sitting like this. Her head is right in this shape. Okay, we got that. Now let's find her leg. Yep, her leg is kind of just bent like this. She's sitting on the grass, sitting on a rock maybe. Just minding her own business, looking out at the world. Okay. There she goes. There she goes. There she goes. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and just put a little bit of that back on the palette there. All right, there we go. Clean off the brush. Okay, let's show who's boss. Okay, it's too much fun. Alright, that's about ready to paint again. We got enough paint on there, okay. Alright, let's go ahead and take a little bit of our vermilion, because we got a color that we got to make. We need a flesh tone color, don't we? Yeah, we kind of do. So we'll take a lot of the vermilion right there. And we'll take a little bit of the chrome yellow and make a little something here. This is going to be a weird one. Here, we'll just throw a little bit of white in this. Not too much. I want it to be pretty concentrated, okay? So, let's take a little bit of the medium eye, that odorless turpentine. Get this a little wet. And right about, ooh, say here. Yeah, right about there. Is where her neck and her face is going to be, what you can see of it at least. Okay? We're really not going to be able to see any more of her than that. That is about it. Okay? That's all there is to that. Now, we need a little bit of the white here to really clinch the deal on some of these colors here. Like maybe, ooh, make this a little bit lighter than we think it should be. Okay, there it goes. Now we'll pull this down. We'll go right about here. Okay. And we'll pull her hair this way. There it goes. She's got a little bit of a highlighter right over on this side. Okay. In fact, we might need to get our round brush out for this one. Yeah, we might need to. I don't know yet. Here. I might want to take this over here and just highlight this so her head stands out a little bit more. There it goes. There it goes. Okay. Okay, there's her head. There's her head. Alright. Now let's take some of this blue here. Let's take some of this blue. Ultramarine blue, a little bit of the phthalo green, and we'll go into that color that we made earlier. And we'll give her some highlights over here, like this. Okay. In fact, we can go up in here. And maybe the color creeps over here a little bit. Okay. Color creeps over that way a little bit, and then, this kind of goes over this way. Here. I'm going to take a little bit more of the ultramarine here. Get it in this white paint. Just go down here. find her knee. Where's her knee at? Okay. Okay, I think we found a lot of her. The same greenish color, I think, is going to be used for her jeans, although we need a lot more white on it, don't we? Yeah, maybe a little bit more of the phthalo green in there. Okay. There it goes. Just creeping down like this. Maybe over this way. There it goes. All right. You got a lot of paint on that. Okay. Typically what you want to do for this sort of thing is you want to scrape out a little bit of the color. But if you got a lot of texture on the canvas, it can be a little difficult. Here. We'll just give this some really bright highlights right here to make it stand out a little bit. Okay. Right about here, there's going to be some of that mix that we have going on. Right over here, right about here, there's going to be a little bit of that. Okay, it's going to go all the way down here. Notice what I'm doing. I'm making very broad strokes right across the figure to create her form against the shadows down here. Okay. I'm using that really greenish color to differentiate between her jacket and her jeans. The jeans have a little bit of that greenish color about them. Okay. All right. I'm going to take a lot of this blue color, this ultramarine blue, okay? I'm going to rub my brush in it, and I'm kind of going to graze her entire figure with this, all right? And when I do this, you want kind of a light touch. All right. Bring your arm down here too. Make sure you got some white in there. if you're going to do that kind of thing. I want to make sure I have white in there at least. You know, you don't have to paint this picture. You don't have to do anything I do. I know I keep telling you that. It's true. Alright, so we got our jacket here, and it's going to have some more color around the outsides of it than it will in the middle. Okay. Now she's going to get kind of lost in the grass here when we're finally all said and done, alright? And when we're all said and done, she's going to get a little lost in the grass. Okay. Alright. I'll take some of this ultramarine and some of the alizarin crimson and some of the phthalo green. Create our dark color. Our miscellaneous dark color, right? And if you have a little bit of white in there, don't worry about it. Here. I want this to be mostly ultramarine. But I want to be very sure I get that alizarin and phthalo green in there, okay? Okay. So let's go here. Just like that. Okay. As a matter of fact, maybe I want to add the alizarin in there to guarantee that this is a dark color. Because, you know, alizarin is very transparent. And ultramarine has its moments, but it tends to be kind of opaque. The color, like right here. Yeah, that's going to be a really thick shadow right there. Okay. And remember, you can always go back in and repaint darks in case you need to. Because sometimes, you know, things don't always go the way you hope. Sometimes you make mistakes. It's okay. It's all part of being an artist. So don't let it bother you at all. Don't let it bother you. Right in there. There's her jacket. And then we'll go ahead and okay. Yeah, she's got kind of all sorts of strange things going on with her jacket there. And the collar's going to go right there. Okay. Maybe she's got that happening too. Maybe we can take some of this color here and throw it down in here. Maybe? Maybe. There it goes. There. That's a great thing about this kind of painting. You can just throw colors any which way. Some of them work, some of them don't. But you find out pretty quickly which way things are going to go and how they're going to work. There. Okay. Not bad, not bad. And we need a little bit of a highlight on her jacket, I think. So let's clean this brush off. Okay. Okay. There we go. Here we go. I'm going to take some of this blue here into this white. Okay. And here's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to go straight across. Just like this. And down below, where those folds are, we'll throw a little bit of a hint of some highlights in here. Okay. Okay. Maybe there's a nice fold right here. that's the way. Maybe that's the way. Oh, she's looking good. Here, I want to sneak in a little something right on her collar right there. There. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, let me wipe this off. Just to get a little bit of that excess off, and then we'll go into the paint again. And right about here. Okay. Maybe, I want to take a little bit of the alizarin. I'll take a little bit of the alizarin. I've got a lot of the alizarin. I got one step more than I think I need. And I'll go in here, right there. Yep, a little bit of a color. Right there. And right down here. Right down here. Just go. Okay, just like that. Okay. I'll take that. Then I'm going to go this way, this way. Okay. There. Now you can see her head. Doesn't her head look good? Yeah, I want to keep that. What am I doing? I don't want to lose that color. Might need it again. All right. Now we're really entering the. I think we're starting to enter the final stages of this right here. Okay. But before I do anything, let me take some of the alizarin again. I just want to recreate one of these colors here. And I want to recreate some of the color that we were using. And take some chrome yellow. All right. Using some of that violet color, right? And I'm gonna get a lot more alizarin crimson in there. And ooh, we're so close. We're so close. I can taste it. How's that color? Ooh, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that. We're probably going to want to take a little bit more white on that. That's getting a little better. That's a little better. What do we want here? We want a little bit more blue? A little bit more blue? Yeah, that's about right. Okay. Now right about in here, let's give her a little bit. Let's make her stand out a little bit more by making believe that we got a bunch of rocks here. Okay. That's good. There. There it goes. Maybe we can go in here and there. There. That's better. I'm going to mix just a little bit more white in here to spruce this up. Because this looked a little dark, didn't it? Yeah, it did. Yeah, it sure did. Okay. That's going to go to about her knee. And this is going to go right about, I don't know, here. We got this color over here that's kind of, doing whatever it wants, like I like to say. Okay. That's looking pretty good, actually. Now over in here, we're going to use a rock to cover her foot. We'll make believe that this one's just kind of going over here. There. And this is kind of just covering it this way. Yeah, there it goes. There it goes. Oh, that's handsome. That's handsome as all get out. Oh, my goodness. Goodness gracious. Now don't completely kill that dark color, because we gotta get a little bit of something in there just to create all that variation, right? Yeah, we do. But I gotta say, I like what I'm seeing. I like what I'm seeing, okay? Ooh, 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 we're on a roll. We're on a roll. You like that? You like that? Yeah, I sure do. I sure do. Here, maybe she's got this little, get a little bit of color on there. It's okay. It's okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to follow, the lay of the land, so to speak. Like maybe up here, I got a little bit of soil in there, all that stuff. Okay. All right. Now let's go ahead and, you know what I feel like doing? I feel like we're going to need a little bit of a new color in here. Okay. We're making really good progress, but we got to do something else here. So let me take the vermilion. Okay, let's take the vermilion just like that. Okay. We'll add a little bit of the ultramarine, of course. And a little bit more of the vermilion, because we overshot things. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Take some of that chrome yellow like that, and a little white. Ooh, we're running out of white, aren't we? Are we going to make it? Are we going to make it? I don't know. I don't know. I sure hope so. A little tension. That's what we call drama. Okay, we'll just take some of the color that we got in here. Mix that into this color. Alright. Maybe take a little bit more of the vermilion. Okay. And, at various places you can kind of just sneak that color in, where that shadow, where all that shadow stuff is, like maybe, over here and maybe up in here. And maybe we can get some of that in here. Go up in here with it. Yeah, there it goes. There it goes. That's looking really attractive. There it goes. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, maybe up in here. There's going to be some of that too. Maybe we got a lot of it over here. That vermilion color. There it goes. And maybe we got some over here too. Who knows? So all kinds of different colors. All kinds of crazy stuff we can throw in. Maybe we got a little bit more. Why not? Okay. Okay, we got options. We've got options. She's sitting out there. She's looking at the water. Just watching it flow. Maybe she's getting a little old, and she's thinking about the way that her life has flowed like the river. Just taking the course that it chooses. Whatever course it has to. Not the course that she necessarily picked herself. Maybe she had to do a few things in life and go some places that maybe required a few tough choices. Kind of like how the water has to make some tough choices. You can't go just wherever. Well, it can go wherever, but it has to flow downhill. It has to go the path of least resistance, and maybe that's the path she's taken. Maybe she regrets that. I don't know. Maybe she didn't have much of a choice. Who knows? I don't know. Here, let's go ahead and maybe create kind of some rock things over in here. Okay. cover that up a little bit. And we'll wipe this off. Get a little bit more of our white into our regular old stone color here. A little bit more white. There it goes. Okay. And maybe. Oh no. Getting paint on my hands here. Let me set my palette down so I can clean my hands off. Oh, my hands are getting a little too dirty now. I bet this is what I get for not cleaning them off earlier. Or not cleaning off the roll of paper towels earlier. Oof. Uh-oh. Come on. I'm just trying to set my brush down here. Let me set it down right here. That's the place of honor on the easel. The place that no other brush dare go for fear of retribution. I'm a harsh master on my brushes. Okay. There. Let's take the 2-inch brush and let's go into this color that we got. We need our dark mix. We need a little bit of phthalo green. Actually, I'm going to get a fair amount of phthalo green in this. This is going to be mostly the ultramarine blue and the phthalo green. Okay, just like that. Okay, and then right up in here, we'll take some. We'll say that these things are going to be going up a little bit, like. Okay. They should be darker at the bottom than at the top. That's something I need to remember. I need to make a mental note of that myself, so in case you're screwing up, I'm right there with you. So we start down here. Okay. And vary these things. You don't have to make them all uniform like this. Some of them can go up and touch her, some of them can stay down below. Alright. And imagine that they're kind of twisting and turning, and they're not necessarily all flowing the same way, right? Now, they're not necessarily all flowing the same way. Maybe this goes over here, I don't know. And this is flowing over this way. Yeah. Okay. Maybe that's about good for all the little grassy areas. Maybe we got one more right here. There it goes. There it goes. Okay. Now let's take our other brush. Let's clean this off, because God knows when I need it. Alright. Now. Show who's boss. That never gets old. I know. Maybe it's getting old to all you out there. I don't know if it is. I don't know. Well, let's go ahead and let's. I know what we need to do. Let's go ahead and scrape this color off. Okay. Yeah, let's just throw it right there. That's a good place for it. Let's take some chrome yellow. Throw it right in here. Right in here. Right in here. Actually, you know what we might do with the chrome yellow? We might just pull it out like this. Get lots of paint on there. Look at that. Isn't that wild? Oh boy, that's a lot of paint. Now we're going to do pretty much the exact opposite of what we were doing earlier. We're going to start right at the top here. and work our way to the bottom. Okay. Here. We'll pull it out some more, and we'll start again. And we'll go over here. Put out some more of that right here. Here, let me get this brush out of the way because it's kind of in the way. Let me take care of that. There it goes. There it goes. I'll pull some more of our yellow color, just pure chrome yellow here. And we'll keep going. We'll keep going this way. Okay. That's really all there is to it. Okay. Now we might want to take out one of our 1-inch brushes to do this next part, because this can be a little bit difficult if we don't. Okay, now let's pull that right into yellow. All right. And if we want, we can get a little bit of the white in there. Why not? Now let's take some of this. Okay. And we'll go over here, maybe get a little bit more of that green color. Here. I don't know if I like that quite as well, so let's do this. Let's scrape some of that off. All right. Let's scrape off these little areas right here of all their paint. All right, scrape off this one. We'll scrape off this one. And that'll take us down in here. Okay. Yep, that's all we need. That's all we need. Yeah, I didn't like that so much, so we need to get that. We need to get that dark color in there. All right. Here. Let's take a round brush. Clean it off. This has got too much white on it. Okay. All right. Now we'll take some of the ultramarine and the alizarin and of course the phthalo green, which is probably going to be the strong green. Yeah, it's going to really, well, the strongest color in the mix, I should say. Of course, it's going to be a strong green. There's no other green you can get from a phthalo green. Okay, so mix it we'll just lay it down like that. Okay. Alright, we'll just throw down a whole bunch of stuff like that, and then we'll be done with this. Well, this part of it. Alright. And maybe it goes right down to about yay height. Maybe we'll throw a couple right in there and one right about here, and yeah, we'll throw another one right near her. She's got all kinds of little plants growing near her. Yeah, maybe she does. What about it? Okay. Okay, that's good. That's good. Now, we'll take some of this. We'll take some of the yellow here. Oh, God. I just cannot win. I thought I was going to be able to get that color right. I got to rinse it off every time, don't I? Yeah, this brush is giving me a little bit of trouble. Like I say, material's got other ideas whenever you want to do something. God almighty. Lord have mercy on me. I'm never going to be able to paint this properly. Don't worry about it. I got it. Here. Okay. I'm going to get a little bit of white in there because, I don't know, there was a hair in the paint just then. That's fantastic. That's totally what I wanted. Okay. Here it goes. Right over here. Okay. Think of these in like big shapes. Like maybe we got this one over here. It's kind of just growing and doing its own thing that way. And maybe we'll come back in here. And maybe, yeah. That's got another shape like that. And until we get all the way over into this area here. Just like that. And maybe we'll take some of the yellow and the white and all those mixed colors in there, and we'll start throwing some things like, yeah, just pull the color up. Okay. You mix it up. Maybe she's got a little bit of something coming in there. Okay. Throw some of that white on. Some of that white on this. There it goes. There's where the magic's coming in. Got myself a little bit of a hair. Here, let's just rub that on there. Here's one for the bingo card. If you haven't gotten it already. Here, God. Inevitably, I always have to use my fingers to get this off, which is awesome. Thanks for that. Thanks for that, hair. I couldn't have done it without you. It just ain't a painting unless I get a hair in the paint. One of these paintings just never gets completed properly unless you show up. So thanks, as always. Okay. Isn't this nice? Yeah. Come on. We got this. We got this here. We'll hit that one there. Okay. And then maybe there's going to be more of a muted green underneath this. Like maybe like this, like this. I don't know, something like this. Here, I'll throw this guy right underneath like that. Yeah. Just like that. Maybe there's a few of these growing out here. There. Okay. Oops. Got ourselves a little bit of something there, didn't we? That's okay. That looks fine. We're not going to change it any. Yeah, this is cool. I'm going to get a little bit more of the yellow in there. And a little bit more of the white. I think we can do a little bit more with it before we go. Not too much more, because I think that we're getting to the point where we can say this is just about finished. Okay. Let's take a little bit more. Oh, I just can't stop, can I? No, I just can't stop. Yeah, I know. But I just want to get a little something up in here. Okay. Yeah, we'll get one more down here. Why not? Okay. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Good deal. Well, actually, let me go ahead and rinse that brush off. There. Now, one last thing I think I might want to do. I know what you're thinking. Oh boy. He's going to screw his whole painting up, isn't he? Yeah, I might. I know what I'm like. I have a tendency to do that kind of thing, but I can't help myself. Here. Let me just get a little dabs of paint here. Okay. There it goes. Okay. And then maybe over here. Yeah. Yeah, maybe some of that white is kind of colliding up in here, bending its way down, getting right into. Ooh, look at that. Okay. goes. There it goes. Here we go. It's picking up a little bit of the color from that tree, which is cool. I actually like that. Okay. I think we just about got ourselves a finished painting here, so let's go ahead and take our liner brush. And with that, we'll go right into the vermilion. We didn't use a lot of that in this painting, surprisingly, but we used a lot of the other colors. We used almost all the paint, all the white up. We used just every bit of white we could get. Now down here, I'm gonna put my initials just like this. S, K. And this is how you know the painting's finished, most of the time, because sometimes I like to keep painting anyway, even after I've put down my signature. There you go. You can put down any old thing you want for your signature. You can put your first name, last name, your whole name, fake name, whatever you want to call yourself. Doesn't matter. All kinds of artists that put all kinds of things. So put whatever suits you. I think that's all the time we have for today. I think that this painting turned out pretty well, all things considered. It's a pretty challenging painting to paint and figure out, so when you do this one, just take your time, and if you decide to do it, of course, you don't have to. Like I say, this is how you could paint, not how you should paint, but hopefully it took some things away. Anyway, I'll be back next time, and until then, with love from me to you, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.